Call me Fuego, 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, she no way home. Bev Hill life on the day.
All right, yeah, there you go. Frost, let's get that milli circle. You know what? Why not? Let's get match number 8 underway. A huge thank you to Intel for joining us as we have set sail. We're moving on to Erangel now from Miramar, and we've got Pansy and Hypoc to guide us.
Alrighty, back into Erangel we go. First glimpse, I guess, today, and I kind of have to look at what looks different than yesterday. One, yes, the circles, but two, the teams. The likes of Sonics have woken up, and in some style too. They have had a rude awakening maybe from yesterday, feeling, look, that wasn't what we wanted to do. We want to come out and look fantastic. And well, today they have. They've looked formidable in fights. They've had no easy games either. There's sometimes you'll see a team simply be in the right place and play the circle well. And you can't discredit it, but I am more impressed by seeing like Sonics who've fought into these circles, who've fought for those positions. It's very impressive to watch. So again, great approach from them, and I hope we get to see that here. But beyond that, Europe's doing well today. Obviously, the likes of Virtus Pro picking up a great deal of momentum. Liquid still staying relevant, not quite seeing those highs that we saw, but I mean, that final game they brought out was pretty impressive too.
Well, no, but again, we did see Liquid heat up towards Erangel yesterday as well, so eyes towards the last 3 games for that. But just on the back side, I did want to touch a little thing on Faze, and earlier we were kind of talking about this kind of, you know, capitalizing on bad circles, right? You know, in PUBG, we always say, you know, you should always win the games you're set up to win, right? Good drop, good circle, one pop, you know, good plane, loads of times to loot, and you get it first dibs on a compound, right? Hold that thought. It's Vard. Of all people, again, it's Vard having to deal with a vehicle at the start, but this time it's going to be concluded a little quicker than yesterday. But Faze yesterday, I saw a lot of people questioning that split in the chat. Now, okay. Vard actually got the tag on blue there. Yeah, inside is a decent shot. Cool buildings, not compounds, but Forever's spot there is a high traffic area of the map, right? You can pick up a few rotation kills, and this is
a bridge camp on this circle?
Yes.
Animals. Absolute animals. Oath must be livid.
I'm pretty sure their Snake has hit that tree and there was no attempt to reverse, so I think he was just like, yeah, I'm dead. That was hands off keyboard and mouse, walk away.
In the water, just watching that little ridge line, see if anyone comes around. He is currently in the circle, so he's, I don't want to say safe, but he's in. So good work from Iro in the end. We're now seeing a bit of a push through coming in. K7 on the receiving end of a lot of this. The cover they pulled up to is far from ideal, considering the amount of teams up here in the north. A lot of eyes can turn around to this. That's 14th place for them. 4 AM, again, just kind of digging in their heels, even flexing out of the compound a little. I like that, keeping control of this ridgeline, because it is the only issue with this compound, I feel, is some of the ridgelines can be hard to control if you're only playing from the buildings. If you move out of them a little bit, yes, it's risky, but you maintain way more information coming through your way. And you're seeing that God V easily taking out Senya as they appeared towards the kind of eastern side of them.
Yeah, and 4 AM still roaming around the same area. Like you said, that early move. Hello.
Hello?
Okay.
I didn't... Freak of Freaks just keep surprising me, man. I swear to God, every time I see them do something, I'm like, okay, you know what, it works for you, but that didn't. Hickory kind of met the end of getting away with it, it feels like. That should be a flush from EJ. It does point in the pocket. That's 1 kill on the board. Cat is super low as well. Clip's gonna find that from afar. And Liquid finally finding this fight kind of in combination with AAA. They are going to pinch this down. Now, I don't think Fury are going to push from the compound and see if anyone else would potentially dive into this fight. And I think it is going to be between these two. And Freak of Freaks chasing that fight, pushing this way, has kind of got them pinched now.
Yeah, it's actually, Liquid going to make use of this knock, actually, to push back over towards. A little bit of damage goes on to one of the AAA players. Again, Liquid don't have an awful lot to play into, so they do need to capitalize on this pressure they're able to create onto our Freak of Freaks and AAA. Down to 3, James did fall, and no kills on the board for Liquid just yet either, so a good opportunity to fix both of those.
Yeah. You can see him still kind of trying to adjust around. I've got to say, the way this stands, 4am and Infantry, maybe Gen.G as well, those three hold a lot of the cards in this lobby. Have the big compounds, have the main kind of slice of things. Again, if anyone else is able to pull off a win, other than those three, it'd be incredibly surprising and very well done. And it looks like, though, a Freak of Freaks this time will bow out a little early, so that kind of top end of things does become a little bit more available. Gen.G would be loving to jump up here, you know, sitting quite nicely on the top of this. There goes Virtus Pro as well, so, you know, Lu can't do much more than that. I mean, that's the best he could get in this one. They got stuck on that south side. The cross, shoot to kill, kept them, you know, pushed down. Faze doing the same. And I am seeing Gen.G looking proactive. I wonder if they start trying to sweep out that south so they have the springboard to play across. But now, AAA looking towards Liquid. And yeah, look at Pio, always the first man forward. Never afraid to get into a fight either. So the nade's up and over. Faze will know that there's a problem coming their way. I just don't know what they're going to do. Only 2 players now.
They're pinched as well. Look at SDK. Their player icons are all pointing this way. So a lot of pressure coming onto Gustav and Fuzzface right now. So obviously SDK getting forced in by the blue along those ridges. And Gen.G advancing as well. Look at the map. Faze are absolutely stuck.
Oh, and same could be said for Liquid now. Fury actually decided to push out of their compound a little and kind of keep them locked to this. AAA are going to be holding the northeast side. Fury have back to their compound, it seems. They've kind of, you know, had a little look. Nah, didn't fancy it. Gen.G as well. Peeling away for now, but Pio's still giving it a look. Faze. Oh no, the Molly's just got Gustav as well. I mean, he's got meds to spare, but look at the vest, look at the helm. No smokes either. I don't know if they can cross out of this now.
I mean, SDK have a similar problem with this next circle shift. Obviously, Gen.G, like you said, peeling away. They've read the situation perfectly. It's not really worth committing 3 players down to hold. The Blue's probably going to decide this fight. But actually, Pio's going to get a knock with the Halo here. No real smoke cover coming out for the SDK boys initially. Smoke's
well, Faze is going to move on that.
What's is pushing?
Oh, absolutely. You see a Nokia going to get on that. Nice work from Fuzzface on one. He needs Gustav to get there, but it's a little late in the day to at least get it cleanly. And Gustav, yes, he'll work his way forward. But now this is absolutely treacherous. Once you leave that little ditch and divot, Gen.G making it a little easier for Faze to survive. But that cross is still in the open. You can see Pio's maybe scratching his head a little. In towards the north, we have seen Mexi now getting knocked and flushed. So I think it's just Clib alive up there. Gustav does get off the heel, waits for the smoke to plume and just holds his breath and tries to make it over. He has made it at least to the next step, but across this ridgeline, 4am, Infantry, Gen.G, the big boys await. So Liquid going down in 7th this time. This is looking like a very strong lobby that's being left.
Yeah, Boliang will find Gustav there, and a huge opportunity for Gen.G. All 3 teams ahead of them on the leaderboard have been eliminated, and they're only 3 points behind 2nd and 3rd and 6 behind 1st. So look towards them to try and make some moves here and capitalize on this game already. Infantry as well, they could make up some ground, but 4am on the move now. Looking to regroup with Crazy and Lou. A little bit of a drift, actually. Is he missing a tire, or is that just style points coming across? They're going to pull up towards AAA, though.
Okay, they've picked the fight they want here. They've picked the territory they're willing to fight for. So they've got to make this a clean one. Keep in mind, Furia could do some damage to them down the line, but let's see if they get any shots coming through their way. They have to clear past 2 players. Janku's one of them. Looking for the first. Yeah, Lou. Easy work for him using this kind of ridgeline perfectly. Even sprays in, gets good connection towards Gems. And our last one alive cleared through. Nice work from 4am. Very, very clinical play.
There's so much space over towards this side now. Fury are kind of pinned back towards the compound, but look at the setup. Nobody in the center right now. Everybody holding on to what they've got on the edge. And it pulls right the way towards Infantry. So this massive move from 4am does get them to kill points, but now could be their downfall with this next circle post in Infantry. And Gen.G, I expect to hold on to what they've got, like I said. But Fury and 4am, maybe a desperation play here. 4am might just settle for the kill points on Furia, to be honest.
It's going to be hard for them to work in. I mean, there is that ridgeline that kind of keeps the south locked into each other. But you can see the problem for Gen.G, though, is that if they don't play very, very keenly towards the edges of that ridgeline, they're going to get picked apart. Furia, though, what options do they have here? A little bit of cover in the form of trees, but even then, this is clutching at straws, and you can see the good spray coming out from Locky. A little bit of a connection there, but it looks like 4am might be the one to claim it. Rusty's got 4 HP. Yeah, crazy one to find it, and actually get the flush too. While this happens, Infantry's starting to move up a little, using the ridge, using that little kind of, I don't know, terrain to maybe get a little closer to Gen.G to make sure they can keep track of what they're up to, keep that information, and also maintain map control.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Infantry's win condition here is Gen.G not really able to, well, preventing them from being able to flex out. Esther's position is disgusting, by the way. If Infantry do decide to push onto that, he's in a really, really nasty spot. Infantry actually going to open up Loki. The double nade will flush him out.
Huge nade.
Is that going to be the green light, though? I'm not sure if Infantry are just looking to weaken Gen.G to maximize their chances in the late game here, but you can see they're prioritizing kind of that central. Furia will fall. Infantry are prioritizing that central position. You can see Longsker making the move after that kill comes through.
Gen.G could potentially jump up, even in their current position. 7 kills this game. They won these flushes, they won these points, but right now they're on the receiving end of everything being thrown down by Infantry. Infantry in 7th as it stands, but jumping as they go. Every point that comes in is pushing them a little bit higher. But 4am still have 4 standing. That's the crazy part. They were probably in the harder position to play with, but here they come, creating their own pathway forward. Smokes go in, Molotovs. It's close, but I don't think it's done the damage. Woliang is still alive. God V still working forward. Another smoke committed. 6 more in the pocket of God V as well. How's he doing it?
No, Infantry still just biding their time, waiting for Gen.G to fall. Make sure they can guarantee that second place. Pio and Esther, though, don't write them off just yet. They have good angles towards Infantry. And 4am just maintaining formation here. Look at how stacked up Infantry are. 1 nade would be absolutely insane onto that position. You see the utility getting traded out back and forth now. A little bit of damage going on to Crazy, but keep your eyes on Esther. Actually, Pio going to fall first. It looked like Esther was the one going to try and open up for Gen.G. Look at it, Infantry are so close to the blue.
There's no way they can get through this. The blue's going to force them forward. They are dead in the water. 1 nade comes out. It's... Oh my god!
Oh,
4am!
my word.
Seriously?
I mean, the timing was perfect,
4am
right?
and nades, man.
Gen.G fall, and the nade is already primed in his hand to clear up Infantry. Literally read it like a book. Fantastic stuff from 4am, and honestly, that came down to Phase 7, right? The fact that they were able to move so far into that circle, set up that defensive line, have 1 player back, you know, kind of anchoring for the rest of the team. 4am just kept everybody else at bay. They absolutely bullied that end game.
Yeah, I mean, Gen.G did well at the end there, but that nade, my oh my, that's a way to win out the game, isn't it? Don't even need to shoot at them, just drop a little, you know.
You can see the looks of confusion on their face as well. It was like, oh,
you know,
oh, yeah, we won.
Wait, that actually got all of them. Yeah, I mean, the timing on it was fantastic. It all lined up, and then, as I said, maybe you expect to get a knock, some bits and pieces, but nade was just perfect. Now, if anything, that's going to shoot 4am skyrocketing on the leaderboard now as well. That was a good couple of...